let's have a look at what's growing. So loads of tomatoes. These are my heritage tomatoes, sown on the 6th of February, and they've been on heat for quite a long time. They've been they have been off heat now for about 3 weeks. They're just sat in this unheated greenhouse. These are my second sets of tomatoes. You can see the difference between the two. These ones were sown at the beginning of March. The weather's been, in the UK in Sussex, been a bit cold and a bit erratic, and you can see the difference between those two sowings in a month. These ones were on heat a lot longer than these ones were. So it's time to plant these ones into the ground, and if I pan round, you'll see that my greenhouse, albeit a bit messy at the minute, has got beds on 3 sides. So I'm going to plant tomatoes up the left and the right side, and then at the back, at the moment there's tomatoes, you can see there, but at the back there'll be all the peppers and the chilies, with the bench that you can see here. That's going to move to the back as well. So I will do a little video once I've played moving house in here and moved everything around. So yeah, tomatoes. Then down here I've got some flowers that I'm going to plant around the tomatoes at the bottom. So French marigold's great for deterring pests. This one is called Mr. Majestic. It's like a stripy one. I've not grown it before, so I'm quite looking forward to that. It's just about to flower. And then this is Alyssum, one of my favourite little pot plants, but I've grown quite a lot of this year to plant under the tomatoes as well. So the more flowers I get in the greenhouse, the more chance I have of all my fruit pollinating. I want to try and encourage as many insects as I can in here. So you need to provide them with lots of different types of flowers. So I'm going to try and fill this with a lot of flowers as well. This here is my Mizuna that was sown on the other side of Christmas. It's now gone to seed, and I'm just I really do need that out of the way, but I'm going to wait a week or two till the seed pods start drying out. You can see they're forming here if I pan in, but there aren't any that, it hasn't formed properly yet. So once they have, then I can harvest the seed and then use that in my garden next year. But at the moment the bees are loving that. These are my peppers, mainly sweet peppers here. I've got a new one to me called Parade, and then I grow Californian Wonder as well. I've got some habaneros, some Ring of Fire, jalapenos, wiri wiri, Puzajuala, loads of different types of chilies. They're quite weeny at the minute, not surprisingly. It is pretty cold at the minute, so they'll grow on when the weather warms up. And then here I've got just a whole load of things that need pricking out. So from calendulas, more alyssum, sunflowers, some more marigolds, some aubrietia. Yeah, lots of different things, but yeah, you can see they have been germinated all in pots together, which is called multi-sowing. And because they're now congested, you need to prick these out into individual pots to grow on, which is what I should be doing this weekend, timing allowing. On the other side over here, now this is still heated with an electric cable. It's got a heat mat underneath, just simple one from Amazon. I've got aubergines at the back. These are all Black Beauty, one of the favourites of mine. They're looking pretty good at the moment. And then I've got some herbs that are germinating that like heat. So for germination wise, dill on heat, basil, summer savoury, lovage, lemon balm, and some Thai basil. A few more chilies. Up the top, these chilies here are desperately needing to be potted on. If I just pull one out, you can see lots of really good root growth under there. That needs to be put into a pot as soon as possible. Oh, where's the hole? Can't find it now. Right, there we go. It needs to be potted on as soon as possible, those, but yeah, time allowing. Time. More chilies there, and then here, don't think anything's come up yet, but this is my squash, pumpkin and courgette. Let me just, yeah, nothing's come up yet. They were sown last week. It has been pretty cold, so not I'm not surprised. And there's a few flowers over there. I've got Tithonia and some, what else have I got over there? Tithonia, some minor lobata, which is like a Spanish flag, really pretty climber, and a Leonotis. Here I've got some cucumbers. These were sown, this is Market Moor. They were sown on the 18th of March. They've been pricked out. You can see, looking quite happy. Let's take one of those. Now these will be grown in the greenhouse and outside once the weather warms up. More chilies over there. And then down here, I've got, this is the bed at the back of the greenhouse, some spring onions here. Now these are now looking really good and sort of harvestable. These will obviously come out before I need the space here. I can plant the tomatoes around them actually. And then these are all the tomatoes that I'm saving to put out today. You can see perhaps some of them are looking a little bit yellow on the leaf. So for example, like this one here. And that's an indication that they've used all the nutrients in their pots, or it can be an indication of that. The pots they've got are just 5 centimetre, or are they 10? No, 10 centimetre pots. And really they've been growing in here for quite a while. So once they start to not have any nutrients in that compost, they do go a little bit yellow, but they'll perk up once I've planted them in the ground. And I have been feeding them with some seaweed as well. At the back there, one of my favourite plants, self-seeded in here, so I've left it. It's a Cerinthe. Look at that. Ooh. For colour, it's the most amazing flower. Such a beautiful colour. The bees go wild for it. So I've got some growing outside in a pot, but as I said, this one was self-seeded, so I'm just letting it do its thing. And that's it. So hopefully the next video you see, this will all be planted up. These pots I'm using are going to be used for planting my tomatoes this year. My father-in-law finished his allotment and gave me all of these. Now I've not used them, but actually I think they'll be really useful because the greenhouse really dries out in the summer and I have struggled with keeping it at an even constant sort of moisture level. Particularly as I work all day, so I'm out and I don't really have any control through the day. I've tried a soaker hose, which is okay, but I thought this would work quite well because then you can water directly to the roots. So it's got like a moat round the side that you fill up with water, and then the little holes there that you can see, it seeps through to the roots. Anyway, love trying new things, so I'm going to give that a go. Well, thanks for watching, and next time you see this greenhouse, hopefully it'll all be nice and neat and tidy.